Greetings, Keishlings. Keishlram here with my live reaction of Dr. Stone, chapter 176. Okay, last chapter, Stanley finally caught up with them. I mean, they were kind of doing it as a ploy, but still, both groups have finally intersected. Now, be it they now have motorcycles and they're, going to go through what looked like a very desert-like area, so it's like, we'll have to see how well that goes, but, because one side has plains, and the desert doesn't have all that much cover. So, we'll see how things go. Anyway, Senku Ishigami, Dr. Zeno, Stanley Snyder. These three have yet to be in the same place at the same time, and now they've narrowly avoided a proper encounter by a few tenths of a second. And the title is Net-Breaking Battle Plan. Okay. They have extra tires. I noticed that when I was looking at the picture again. They each have like a spare set of tires for them. Except for the tri-wheeler, it only looks like the boss bike, I guess is what they were calling it. It only has like 2 spare tires, even though it has 3 wheels. Interesting. So yeah. They look cool. They might be a little too over stylized for my liking, but I'm not the one who drove. But anyway, motorcycles. Where did those come from? Where does everything come from? They must have built them during the sea voyage. Bikes are bad. I really wish he would quit using that. What a weird feeling. Yes, because your balls are being jangled, I guess. Did we break free from Stanley's net? Oh, is that the title then? Is that where that's coming from? Trying to surround us. It was supposed to just, or was probably just the first phase. Right, phase 2 will be concentrating long-range firepower. But once we're free of these tactics, we'll finally be on our way to the Petrobeam's ominous origin. Fire! Don't you think you still use the hostages, or think you should still, why can't I read this morning? Sorry. Don't you think you should use the hostage as a shield, Dr. Zeno's? And he's like been gagged and tied up. We sure will. How brutal. They're freaking, Hyoga is like tying him to the tire on the back. And Chelsea's not having it. Of course, dear Hyoga, would be the one to unhesitantly take cold-blooded action. So that's why you had him on that bike. Oh, again, you finally figured it out. Strange. Zeno is a man with common sense, so why would he let himself be put in danger like that? It's almost as if he wants to be in the caboose of our caravan. Hyoga's thinking. He's seeing the 3-dimensional chess, and he's trying to add his own 2.5 to kind of bridge the gap. Let's see here. Carlos, it seems pretty obvious, but you were a professional driver in your time, right? Think you can pick up a smoke screen with me? Or kick up a smoke screen with me? Sure, I'm a pro after all. Okay, so Ryosue and Carlos are going to give them a little cover to kind of keep some of the accuracy down. Let's see here. So, giant smoke screen. Tch, idiots. You might hit Zeno if you just shoot blindly. Now those guys can't see us from way over there. Sweet. Phase 2 of the net's busted. Uh-oh. What is that? What's that coming through the damn smoke? Is it the plane? And only Kohaku sees it. It's straight up just Stanley? What the fuck? Single file now. With Zeno as a shield in the rear, they'll be going for headshots, so keep your heads down. Headshots? Even though their sight's obstructed? Yeah, but Stanley, he's expert marksman, man. So, also, I do love his outfit. Like, this is a really good picture, even though part of his gun's been cut off. But, still, good picture, good picture. Okay, he's fired at least 2 bullets. No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Holy shit, he's like fired off, I imagine his whole gun's worth. Maybe there's a 6th bullet in there? Oh, I see it now. Okay. The more I look, the more bullets I see. So he's fired off presumably everything his gun has, unless it has way more shells in it, the capacity than I would have imagined. And Zeno's just kind of like, Everyone's essentially dodging it, so I'm wondering what is his plan. Oh shit. Tsukasa. And Hyoga as well. Damn. Excuse me. They've been shot. What? Hyoga took, like, I think 2 bullets. 2 or 3 bullets, because he's got, like, an armored plate there, and they block them. And, Yukio, he's like, hidden armor? Tsukasa and Hyoga are hit. My life is not in danger. With all this dust and smoke, hitting the bikes could cause a crash and kill Zeno. He made the next best move and went after our main fighters. Okay, so Kohaku's kind of figuring that notion out. Makes sense, I guess. In an instant, he deduced the optimum targets. Tsukasa and Hyoga's arms. And Zeno's still just back there on the tire. Sorry for any background noise you might hear. Let's see here. Okay, so Stanley's getting the binoculars. No matter what trouble he's in, Zeno will be sure to give us some kind of signal. That's the kind of man he is. And he blinked. He's using Morse code by blinking. Take notes, Charlotte. She's on it, so he didn't blink, so... Oh my god, the radar guy's in a plane. I hear an engine. They're sending out a plane. Keeping us in range of their planes is the 3rd phase of their net, and the nastiest yet. How can we possibly escape? Oh, sweet, she's so... We can't. As soon as they get a plane flying over the desert, our chances of survival drop to 0. Yeah, that's about what I said at the beginning. Because it would be bad. That is assuming their plane can actually fly. What are you planning, Senku? Here it comes, says Luna. And it's flying and it's like, dude, what the hell? It's like made a major twist. Something has been sabotaged here. Why? Don't know, the second we took off, the engine went kaput. Haha, seems like our science team bomb finally blew up. Oh my god, wait, that's the plane they commandeered, isn't it? Is it? I think it is. So they had a fucking time bomb or something in it? Yep, when we crashed after the dogfight, we were forced to abandon the plane. We wouldn't been able to be, we weren't able to be some idiots who'd leave behind a war machine that the enemy was 10 billion% sure to steal back. Okay, so, interesting. Sugar water. Oh, they put sugar water in the gas tank. I've heard about this. Because so many cars were damaged from pranks where sugar was poured into the car's gas tank. They made it so it can only open the fuel filter port from the inside. The plane started up fine, so they couldn't realize even during a spot check that was the key. By the time they caught on, it was too late, because the sugar had turned to carbon sludge and scorched the primitive engine. And now the guys just like, they're screaming in the plane as it's coming down, and Stanley and Maya are just like, what? Oh, and Charlotte's there too. Okay, so, oh, damn. It crashed and it's in pieces right there by the motorcycles. Um, Stanley's just like, motherfucker, how dare you ruin one of my planes? And Senku's like, gotcha, bitch. Alright, we broke through Stanley's net, and now we're off to the Petrification Ground Zero. We're taking these bikes right across South America. We're gonna be science bikers in the desert of the apocalypse. Anyway, I don't know what I'm going with that, but it's kind of the apocalypse in a way. I mean, very good lord, this had to have been the quickest reaction I've had all week. But yes, so yes. Okay, straight up, that was good planning on their part, having the like sugar in the gas tank of the plane being hard to detect and everything, unless really they should have thought that might have been a thing. I mean, you're dealing with like a little science genius, so it's like, and it's a very prank like thing for a child to do, so it's like you would think they would have maybe thought to have done a thorough cleaning of the engine and everything, the gas tank, so that like to make sure that there was no sabotage of any kind, but I guess not. So that's one plane down, which is great. I do hope that the two guys that were in the plane are obviously not harmed, but I mean, they were going to try and kill our group, so it's like, no. They're probably alive. This series typically doesn't kill anybody off, obviously. I mean, Senku was, shot. And Tsukasa, like, he was on death's door. He was, like, the closest to ever die in the series. So yeah. So, yeah, I don't think anyone's ever going to truly die in this series unless it's just, like, due to old age, like with Byakuya, or due to illness, but they seem to be getting a handle on that as well. But yes. Okay, so one plane down, Stanley is losing ground. So I'm wondering, are they going to use the other plane, or are they going to fear that maybe they'll have another kind of countermeasure to the aerial assault? I would assume that they're going to start using like very serpentine maneuvers, especially if the plane is employed again. Or is Stanley just going to like go around, and it would take a long time though. Like if he has to go around, like what is it called? It's a Cape of something, I think, at the tip of South America. Or am I thinking of Cape Hope? But I think that's in Africa. So yeah, like that would take a really long time. But depending on if the Panama Canal is like been destroyed and opened up wide enough, I mean, maybe the Perseus could get through there, and that would cut down the time a lot more, and that would at least get them way closer to the destination at hand. So Stanley might do that, I don't know. And then use the plane to fly the rest there, and then by then it's like it probably would be quicker by sea because less obstacles that you have to traverse, because I'm sure not all of South America is a flat desert, so. But we'd have to wait and see. Only Chelsea would be able to probably come close to predicting that. I'm not really sure. But, so yeah, they did good work to escape, though sadly they do have a couple wounded, but, they are also the toughest guys in the group, so it's like, you might be able to do something. Luna does have some medical knowledge, so she can maybe patch them up, maybe get the bullet out of there so that no infection sets in, no technical lead poisoning, because I'm sure these bullets are not up to necessarily the same standard that like, modern day bullets with certain things, but I mean, I think you can still die from lead poisoning, but like that was more of a concern like hundreds of years ago, when it was literally you were being shot with a lead ball, so it's like, but I'm still thinking that is a thing in the present day. I'm not a gun aficionado or expert, so please let me know what you think. But that was clever thinking on Hyoga's thought to have some armor. So he kind of Clint Eastwood his way to surviving. And but what was Zeno's message? Like, we only saw him blink once. We didn't get a little sequence of panels to be like, kind of deal. So I don't know what he would have necessarily done. I don't know the Morse code or anything. So obviously anybody's aware, please let me know. Obviously it wasn't like a stand down order or I'm safe or something. He probably did send something, but God knows what it is with what little information we have at this moment. So, yeah. Everyone is making their way to the Petra Beam location, so we'll have to see where next chapter takes us. I assume we're going to be mostly set up in the desert. Maybe we won't see Stanley and his guys for a chapter or so, but we'll have to wait and see. But, yeah. Anyway, let me know your thoughts and opinions on this chapter. Anything I misunderstood, please let me know down below. Check out my other content, see what you like, suggest things for the future. Links down below for all my social media, so you can keep up with my content and have ways to contact me. I stream on Twitch where I do gaming, and I'll tweet out when I go live. Part of the One Punch Man podcast on Grim Reaper's channel, so go check that out. And as always, thank you for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, Keishlings, keep your bikes revved because there's probably a plane coming.